Hello and good evening. My name is Jeremiah Shaburn. I'm a multimedia journalist with the Telegram. I am broadcasting live here in downtown Jackson, Ohio, where the Jackson Freedom Fest parade will be stepping off here at 8 o'clock. So we're just about 7-8 minutes away from that parade making its way through downtown. Tell you a little bit about the parade. The parade will start here on Broadway Street. It'll travel up to the intersection of Main Street. It'll make a right on Main Street, and then it will travel down Main Street all the way down to Jackson's Manpower Park, where the parade will conclude. So that's a little bit about the parade happening here in downtown Jackson tonight. I'm going to step behind the camera here, and we will go over the activities that are going on in Jackson's Manpower Park this evening. I am being told that leading the parade tonight will be a Revolutionary War couple will be leading the parade tonight, and that's kind of like a mock thing to kind of celebrate America's 250th birthday. And let me see here. We'll pull up the schedule of events for you guys and kind of go over some of the activities going on today. As we know, the parade starts at 8 o'clock this evening, and then later tonight will be the fireworks. Those will be set off at 10 o'clock tonight from their usual location there in Eddie Jones Park. Since this afternoon, about 2 o'clock this afternoon, there have been vendors and food trucks set up in Jackson's Manpower Park, and people can go and shop from those individuals. There's still a number of vendors set up down there, I do believe, and so you can go check those out. And like I mentioned, the parade will step off here at 8 o'clock, and the parade route, for anybody watching and curious, will travel up Broadway Street. It will make a right on Main Street, and then it will travel to Manpower Park. And the grand finale for the night will be a fireworks display, and like I said, that will light up the night sky at about 10 p.m. This evening. And spoke to Stephen Moore, who is the president of the Jackson Firefighters Association, and he told me that this year $12,500 have been spent for the firework display here in the city of Jackson. And the firework company is American Fireworks Company, and the display once again will be shot from Eddie Jones Park, so you can look in that direction to watch the fireworks tonight. In the meantime, after the parade, be sure to venture down to the park. I'm sure there'll still be vendors there on scene, and there was a number of food trucks when I was there earlier this afternoon, ranging from cold drinks like lemonade to kettle corn, popcorn, a little bit of everything. There's all the food, and also a number of vendors lining the sidewalk there in Jackson's Manpower Park. For those that are interested, the Jackson Firefighters Association is still accepting monetary donations towards their fireworks display. As we know, they usually conduct a fireworks display in December at Christmas time, so you can check that out. If you want, you can mail donations to Jackson Firefighters Association, 152 Pearl Street, Jackson, Ohio, 45640. And as a reminder, the city of Jackson will close certain areas of the city on July 3rd for preparation and safety reasons related to the firework display. So keep in mind, Eddie Jones Park on Harding Avenue, the Jackson City Bike Path and Dog Park will be closed all day today. They were closed all day today. The public restrooms in the park will be closing at 9 o'clock this evening, and then Harding Avenue from the bridge to Water Street, as well as Veterans Drive from Harding Avenue to Carr Street will be closed starting at 9:30 until the fireworks are over. And once again, that is all in preparation of the fireworks and for safety reasons. Don't forget, tomorrow morning on July 4th, the Jackson Area Chamber of Commerce will be holding its Jackson Freedom Fest 5K run and walk. That will take place at 9 a.m. with medals for the top finishers. And this year, a little change from years past due to road construction and activities in the downtown area where I am. They are changing the route a little different this year. The race will start and finish at Manpower Park in Jackson, but the course will go east on Carr Street to Veterans Drive to General Tibbetts Drive, and then it will return back to Jackson Manpower Park, where it will come to a conclusion there. If you're interested in that, you can sign up at tristateracer.com/race/13376 is what you'd put in to look that up. So anytime now, we're about a minute away from the parade stepping off, and like I said, leading the parade this evening, we got to watch for the live demonstration of the Revolutionary War couple leading the Jackson Freedom Parade here, all in celebration of America's 250th birthday. So happy birthday, America, which is actually tomorrow, but City of Jackson has always done all their activities on the 3rd. This year, everything worked out well, so City of Jackson did all their activities on the 3rd. Oak Hill, the village of Oak Hill, will be doing their fireworks and a lot of activities tomorrow on July 4th. And then the City of Wellston, they will also have fireworks. Theirs will be on July 5th, on Sunday, and they will be having activities in the late afternoon and evening there near Pride Park. Oak Hill's activities are held at the old Oak Hill High School, so you can check that out. A unit from the Jackson Police Department has pulled out in front of the parade, and it is making its way up Broadway now. So if you have ever watched a live stream with me before, I call it as I see it. I may not know everything that is coming by, but I try my best to call it as I see it, as I've covered many parades over the last almost 15 years, and I'm pretty familiar with the entities involved. So just stay tuned. Hopefully my phone will keep steady here. Last I checked, it was in 90 degrees here in Jackson, Ohio, in the upper 90s. Don't know what it is currently, but hopefully my phone doesn't overheat here in the course of the live stream. Let's see if we can look up current weather conditions here. I know until about 8 o'clock tonight, we were supposed to be under a extreme heat warning, and we've been dealing with that since earlier in the week. The extreme heat, it's just been so hot and muggy here in southern Ohio. Weather app currently says it is 90 degrees in Jackson, Ohio, and it feels like 102. Thankfully, I came and found some shade out of the sun, and the excessive heat alert, I think it's supposed to expire at 8 o'clock tonight, so hopefully we'll get some reprieve for the rest of the weekend. Maybe it won't be as hot, or maybe some of the muggy weather will wrap up here. We'll have to wait and see. So appreciate everybody tuning in. I'd like to say that this live stream is being brought to you by the Telegram. We are a newspaper located in Jackson, Ohio, and we cover news in Jackson and Benton counties in southern Ohio. And we publish a print product, a print newspaper, twice a week on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Our Saturday edition came out a day early this week due to the 4th of July holiday. You can find our Saturday edition on newsstands today on Friday, July 3rd. And the front page is coverage of the activities in Hampden. So as the parade is getting ready to enter the frame here on the video, go ahead and share this out. If you're watching, want some other people to watch the parade here in Jackson, Ohio, feel free to share. It don't cost anything to share. And we appreciate you tuning in this evening on Friday evening, July 3rd here in Jackson, Ohio. And we'll, like I said, we'll narrate the best that we can. So leading here, we have a unit from the Jackson Police Department. You can see folks waving as they go by. Looks like Police Chief Brett Hinch leading the way here. Coming up next, we have the Boy Scouts of America with their flag, carrying the flags as they go through the collars. So there they go, making their way through this evening. Got some folks waving at the camera, always appreciated. And then coming up next year, we have the Hawking County Falling Heroes. That's Phil Lightfoot making his way through the parade this evening. Usually he's got a float with him. Tonight he's traveling light, got some flags on the back of his truck. Now entering the frame, we have Jackson Mayor Randy Evans and looks like wife Marilena. And then here we go. This must be the Revolutionary War couple that I was informed would be coming through. This is all in celebration of America 250, and I see Johnny Appleseed there being portrayed as well on foot as they make their way through the parade here in downtown Jackson. Coming up next, you have the Jackson Apple Festival royalty. Jackson Apple Festival will be coming up the third full week in September, and you can see their Queen and Court making their way through the parade here. Coming up next, we have a float from the Jackson Apple Festival. This is your 2025 Little Queen Sophie Pierpont making her way through the parade. Joined by, I believe, these are finalists, Little Queen finalists from this year. Coming into the frame now, we have Engine 1409 with the Jackson Fire Department making their way through. Followed by a unit from the Jackson County EMS. We've had those folks in our thoughts and prayers this week. I can see Jackson County Commissioner Paul Hauer and his wife there in that unit. And coming up next, we have Medic 92, Jackson County EMS. Following them is a unit from the Jackson County Fair. The Jackson County Fair will be coming up before you know it here in a couple weeks. Here in July, and you have Queen Kate Ross along with all of her royalty. They were just crowned back, or I guess they'll be crowned. They were crowned last year, but they have new royalty coming up. They were crowned at last year's fair, and they will be giving up their crowns here in a few weeks at the county fair as a new set of royalty comes in, is what I was trying to say. Coming into the frame next will be the Eclipse Baton Group, and they're from Jackson, Ohio, established in 1989, and they're on foot here, making their way up Broadway Street as they make their way to the park. So you can see them as they march along. Coming into the frame next, we have a unit from the Colton Volunteer Fire Department. I can see a bunch of firefighters in there, I know, making their way through the parade here in downtown. Coming up next, we have some royalty on a golf cart. Can't see where they're from, but they're giving us a wave here as they go by. There's a couple of them on the back there giving a wave. All right, and then coming into the frame next, we have some more royalty. This is the Jackson County Snowflake royalty with Queen, looks like Elizabeth Hopper, and the rest of her court there making their way through. Coming up next, we have Engine 1407 from the Jackson Fire Department making their way through the parade here. And behind them we have some more royalty. Not sure where the royalty's from, but they are making their way through. Sometimes they have it noted on the back here where they're from. So we'll have to see here. So that royalty was Southern Ohio Sweethearts. And now we have a bunch of ATVs and golf carts decorated for the 4th, making their way through the parade here this evening. See a lot of flags making their way through this evening. As as I said, it's America 250. Appalachia Old Car Club coming through next. See Marty Ross there just passed by, and we go check out this classic car making its way through with some American flags. And behind them we have Tanker 1411 from the Jackson Fire Department making their way through the parade this evening. And behind them we have a unit from the village of Colton. This is from the Colton Volunteer Fire Department. This is 1201 making their way through this evening. And looks like we have Colton Fire Chief Andrew Kincaid in there. Coming up next, we got another baton group or corps. This is Show Dogs from Jackson, Ohio. They've got All right, so coming up next, this is Tower 1406 for the Jackson Fire Department. This is their platform truck that they use to get those tall buildings if there's ever a fire in those. So there it goes up the road as it makes its way through. And behind them we have some royalty from the city of Wellston. This is the Wellston, Ohio Hill Country Festival, or a HILCO for short. That festival will be coming up. It's the Wednesday through Saturday following Labor Day. That's held there in downtown Wellston. It was formerly known as the Coal Festival for those that may be familiar with festivals. They got a name change. All right, coming up next, we have Engine 1502 from the Liberty Township Volunteer Fire Department. See some kiddos with some flags making their way through the parade this evening, giving us a wave as we celebrate America's 250th birthday. All right, and then next, I've seen this truck around town today. This is Angles Garage and Wrecker Service making their way through. Check out the paint job on this truck. And we have another unit, a rollback unit here from Angles as well, making their way through. And then looks like we have a larger unit from Angles. Or no, it's a semi, I'm sorry. But it is from Angles too. So this is Angles Garage and Record Service out of Jackson. 740-577-3636. They're a 23.5-hour service. And making their way up from the Oak Hill area, that's Madison Jefferson Volunteer Fire Department. This is Engine 1. And boy, she is shiny. The boys must have gave her a bath today. They make their way through here. And then coming up next, we have Engine 1501 from the Liberty Township Volunteer Fire Department. I know in the last few years, Liberty had gotten a new truck. I don't know, I can't remember what the engine number on it was, but that looks like it could be a newer or an older. And then coming up next, Liberty Township Volunteer Fire Department, another like a first responding unit here. They do have individuals on the fire department out there that are trained to do paramedic work as well, to kind of respond to assist residents there in Liberty Township here in Jackson County, Ohio. Coming up next, we got a big rig from Ron's here in Jackson, Ohio. 740-286-2022, or they got another number listed, 740-286-1642. And check out the little doggy that's going along for the ride here in the this big rig here. It says it can do up 50 tons. Look at that. All right, and then behind it we have another unit from Ron's. This is one of the rollback units. The other, I think they use more for like commercial incidents, kind of like semis and stuff like that. I've seen those out there lifting those semis back up. Another unit from Ron's. Another tow truck there. Got some other vehicles making their way through here. Not seeing any signage, so can't call it as I see it, but got some American flags waving here. And there she is, Fab D's, making her way through. Gotta love that pink. And we've got a brush truck from 1416 Jackson Fire Department making their way through here. And bringing up the rear, we have a ATV unit from the Jackson Fire Department, and looks like, yep, Stephen Moore himself is bringing up the rear there. We spoke to Stephen prior to this year's festivities. He is the president of the Jackson Firefighters Association, and he let me know that tonight's fireworks show will be a $12,500 show, and from Eddie Jones Park. I have plans to live stream that show tonight, and so you can look for it later. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign off and get out of the heat here. Go get back into my car. Appreciate everybody that tuned in. Appreciate everybody that tuned in today for this. Gosh, look at my hair; it's a hot mess. For this live stream of the parade. I will be live streaming the fireworks here in Jackson tonight at 10 o'clock. Tomorrow night on the 4th, I will be down in the village of Oak Hill. I have plans to live stream the fireworks there in Oak Hill. And then I will be up in Wellston for the their parade on Sunday, the 5th, July 5th. And I'll also be doing their fireworks, and we might talk to some folks up there as well. So appreciate everybody tuning in. Reporting for the Telegram on theteleGramNews.com. I'm Jeremiah Shaver.